Hello and welcome to this interview with Nathanael Weiss, the creator of Songbringer and the founder of Wizard Foo. This is going to be a little departure from what we've done before with the technical interviews. We're going to find out more about Nathanael Weiss and what he likes and what he doesn't like. So thanks, Nate, for joining us. And how have you been over the last few weeks?
Thank you. I'm doing quite well.
You're doing well? Good. So let's dive straight in. So I'm gonna ask a bunch of questions. So just obviously deliver your answer and a little reason why as well. So the first one, favorite game.
Yeah, so this is a tough one. So I'm gonna go ahead and list some of my favorite top games and then pick one. Super Metroid is one of my favorites. It's always captured my imagination. The atmosphere is so amazing. The original Legend of Zelda is so good. I love how it just lets you explore and do whatever you want. And then more recently, I've really fallen in love with a game called Hollow Knight.
Okay.
That game is just so amazing. I love Hollow Knight. It's such a good game, such high quality, and how you can, it's sort of a Super Metroid kind of feel, but more modern. And yeah, okay, so but if I had to pick one amongst all those, I mean, right now in my life, I guess it would be the original Legend of Zelda, because I love that top-down action RPG, action adventure, letting you go wherever you want type of exploration game.
Yeah. Okay, so Legend of Zelda if you had to pick one. So how about least favorite game? I don't know if that would be easier or harder for you.
Oh, least favorite game.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, to tell you the truth, I've never actually played it.
Okay.
But there's a game called, I think it's called Wheels, something about wheels over the road racing. It's I've seen some videos on it, but it is like this racing game where you drive a truck, and it's got really, really bad physics. Like you can just drive through mountains sometimes and go at infinite speeds and stuff like that. So it looks like it would be my least favorite game.
Least favorite game. Okay, fair enough. So what are you playing at the moment?
I'm not playing anything but Songbringer right now.
Nothing but Songbringer.
Just working on it constantly. Yeah.
Okay, so Songbringer it is. So what games are you most looking forward to, whether they're this year or even games like Half-Life 3 that we don't know if they're going to come out or not?
Well, I'm really looking forward to Aider.
Yeah.
That's a game by Anime Entertainment and Devolver Digital. Of course, Below from Capybara Games. I really can't wait for Below. Both of those are action RPGs, so you can tell how much I like action RPGs.
Yeah. Can definitely tell how much you like RPGs, just based on the sort of games you like creating. So, a favorite game engine?
Oh, favorite game engine? Well, man. I mean, I guess it would have to be Coco's 2DX because I use it, so it's probably my favorite. I wish it was, it had some, I don't know, I wish it was a little less bloated, but I guess of all the engines that I've used, it's my favorite.
It's your favorite so far. Okay, that's cool. So how about favorite programming language?
Oh, I prefer C++, probably because of its speed and portability and my familiarity with it. However, I'm really looking forward to Jonathan Blow's Jai programming language because of its compilation speed and similarity to C-based language, but its improvements on C-based languages.
Yeah. Okay, so C++, and the upcoming Jai. Okay, so how about favorite food?
Oh, favorite food? Well, I guess, man, that's also a tough one, but I really love sushi. Sushi is a great food. I don't get it to have it very much, so maybe that's why it's my favorite.
Yeah, possibly. So how about favorite drink?
When it comes to drinks, as far as alcoholic drinks go, I prefer scotch.
Yeah.
I love a good aged scotch. And if it's just a non-alcoholic drink, I love Well, like just a nice, refreshing lemonade is nice.
Yeah, yeah, that can definitely be nice on a hot summer's day. So,
Yeah.
how about favorite movie?
Oh, movie. Hmm. Oh, gosh. I've seen some inspiring movies. I'm really into kung fu movies.
Okay.
I just saw one recently called The Final Master, and it was super inspiring. I loved it. Yeah, I really love my kung fu movies because I love to see a hero's journey
Yeah,
in a movie. That's a really inspiring thing for me.
that sort of underdog journey. So, do
Yeah.
you like the ones that are made in China as well and have subtitles?
Yes. Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even the ones from the 70s and 60s, like I still think they're
Yeah.
good.
The more authentic ones, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some really great ones coming out from China these days.
Oh yeah, and China's getting into not just their typical sort of kung fu movies. If you go and see a movie nowadays, when you have all the different companies coming up at the start, that's been part of either funded it or been part of the creation of it. There's usually like a Chinese company there as well. It's only a couple of years ago with Hollywood
Yeah.
movies, it was always just Western companies, and now like the Alibaba's movie division is usually on there, and there's like a few other big ones as well. There's usually always one on there, which is obviously
Yeah.
really good for them because they're getting into the Western market.
Hmm.
So going a bit smaller, favorite TV show?
Oh, favorite TV show. What's one of my favorite TV shows? Well, okay, I'll give you one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Yeah.
It's ended at this point, but it's the regular show. It's a cartoon.
Okay, yeah, I really do like regular shows as well. That's a good cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me of those cartoons that we used to have like in the 90s and the early 2000s. The ones one I always found that were almost more intelligent, and
Yeah.
they had more to it than just the animation and it being kiddie. Because when I go back and watch some of the old cartoons that I used to watch as a kid, I appreciate the stuff that I used to like as a kid, but there's a lot of themes in there that only adults would get. So I
Yeah.
find shows like Regular Show or Adventure Time or The Amazing World of Gumball really is like a throwback to the old stuff in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Regular Show. That's definitely a good choice. Which TV shows are you watching at the moment, if any?
Um, I'm watching less TV shows lately because I'm kind of in a real busy state of
Yeah.
life. But I have been watching Stranger Things on
Okay.
Netflix.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And I forget. Oh, The Expanse.
The Expanse.
That's a cool sci-fi show. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love The Expanse.
Another one on Netflix. Yeah, they're both pretty cool. So, actually, have you ever heard of a show called Halt and Catch Fire?
No, I have not.
Honestly, I think you'll really like it. It's on Amazon. You probably can access it on other sources as well. And it's basically set in the 80s, and it's about creating computers. And
Oh, cool.
what I really like about it is, unlike other shows that don't go very technical, they go technical and they don't just get a whiteboard and start explaining it for the audience. It's like, if you're technical and you understand it, you'll love it. Otherwise, you probably won't be able to keep up with it. It's one of those shows that don't really ponder to the audience. And it's a really, really good show called Halt and Catch Fire. I think you'll like it.
Sweet. Nice. I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's recently just finished, and it's got 4 seasons, so you got quite a bit there to keep you busy. Okay, so embarrassing thing about you that nobody knows.
Oh, embarrassing thing about me no one knows.
Yeah.
Well,
not for long, because they'll know soon. But
okay, I'll give you one. I can't fart loudly, and it embarrasses me. Like, I wish I could fart loudly like my friends, but I can't.
Okay. I've never actually heard anyone saying they can't fart loudly, and then on top of that, to say that's actually an embarrassing thing. Okay.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so cool that my friends can and I can't.
Yeah. I can imagine situations where it would be useful, but I'm guessing there's situations where not being able to is quite useful as well.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so.
Double-edged sword. So, how about your biggest pet peeves?
Biggest pet peeves. I hate background television noise.
Okay.
Like if there's a television on in another room, it just drives me crazy. I
Yeah.
can't focus or program or anything like that.
Okie dokie. So, what about favorite sport?
Oh, favorite sport? I guess it would have to be some of the more extreme sports like rock climbing. Um, but if you're talking about team sports, I like soccer and American football.
Okay, cool. Oh, I was just saying any sport in general. It could be like esports, if you want to, if you like
Oh
that as
yeah.
well. Okay, so favorite place you have been?
Oh, I love Thailand. It's a
Thailand.
great place.
I've heard,
Yeah.
I've heard it's really nice there. So,
Yeah.
place you would really like to go to?
Place I'd like to go to. I would really like to go to southern India.
Southern
Um,
India.
I've yeah, I've been to parts of India, but never to the like southern temples. And I've seen pictures and they look
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah, there's definitely some like really nice places that most people don't go to in India, but that just look out of this world. You can find jungles, you can find lakes, you can find just all sorts of stuff. Literally
Yeah.
every sort of climate you can pretty much find in one place in India.
hmm
It's crazy. What about favorite console?
Favorite console? I'm gonna have to go old school on this and say Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo. Okay, so
Yeah.
SNES. And favorite game on that console then?
Oh man, it's a toss up between Super Metroid and A Link to the Past, but I guess it would probably have to be Super Metroid.
Super
I think
Metroid.
Super is so good. Yeah.
Okay. Here's just like a side question. Are you a big fan of the new Metroid games?
Oh, you know what? To tell you the truth, I have not
You
played
haven't played them?
them. No, except for I played the ones on Game Boy.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okie dokie. So, iPhone or Android? And why?
Well, I guess I'd have to say iPhone, because I guess I've just used it more
Yeah.
and I'm used to it. I like how Android is open and you can install whatever you want. That's a pretty cool part of it. But I guess I'm just so used to iPhones and everything's already on it that I just prefer it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Netflix or Amazon?
Oh, if I had to choose one, it would be Netflix.
Yeah.
I really like the original content they're coming out with these days, and
Yeah.
the amount of other content they have on it.
Oh yeah, and the other great thing about Netflix is anything that you see on there, you know you can watch it if you've got an account. Whereas with Amazon, you go on there, you see something that you really want to watch, and it's like, oh, it's not on Prime. I have to pay.
Yeah.
I have to pay for
Yeah.
it. The amount of times that's happened to me, I'm just like, oh, they've got that movie already. It's like, nope, you have to pay for it. Okay, YouTube or Netflix? I know they're not exactly the same, but they can definitely consume a lot of time.
Oh, that's a good question. I guess right now it shifts, from month to month.
Yeah.
But right now it's YouTube. I'm obsessed with watching videos about people converting vans into RVs or building their own homes, like
Okay.
their own tiny homes. So I'm watching tons of tiny home videos all the time on YouTube.
So there you go. Nate likes watching tiny home videos. Some of those are pretty cool. Especially when they're just going crazy and just doing it all themselves and just learning a bunch. It can be cool to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Windows or Mac?
Oh, that's an easy one. Definitely Mac.
Definitely
I
Mac.
used to be a solid Windows user for a long portion of my whole life. Eventually, I started learning Linux and got really enamored with the Unix base operating system, the philosophies behind Unix, and then when I finally found Mac, I'm like, okay, sweet. an OS that has a Unix background, and, system, but underneath it all, but yet has a really good UI on top of it.
Yeah.
So I love Macs.
Mac. Cool. So what do you think of virtual reality?
Oh, I think it's cool, and I really like what people are starting to come up with. I heard about somebody that's starting to do VR concerts.
Okay.
Like you can actually be a part of a concert in virtual reality, and that kind of sounds interesting, like one step closer to actually being there without having to actually travel to it.
Yeah. And obviously sometimes you might not be able to make it, so even if you really wanted to, and especially if you could really afford it, but maybe you can't, maybe you're in a different country, and also you could switch between concerts. So imagine if there's like 2-3 concerts going on around the world, within like an hour or two of each, and that you could literally be in all the concerts. So
yeah,
that's definitely an amazing concept right there. So, have you tried any virtual reality sort of experiences? If so, what's been like your best one so far?
Well, I haven't really tried them that extensively. I've done it at GDC here in San Francisco a few times. I've played with a lot of the new VR stuff. I don't really own any VR stuff myself yet.
Yeah.
So I haven't really tried it that much, but the experience so far wasn't very refined, but I think that was like over a year ago, like practically. So I'm sure it's better by now.
Yeah, it's definitely good, but just imagine what the experiences will be like in a few years, because the headsets we have, like the Rift and the Vive, are just first generation headsets. Imagine third and fourth generation, the tracking, the resolution, latency, all of those issues will be fixed. Plus also, once the actual like system is in the headset, which we got some headsets coming out next year, like the Oculus Go, which will have a built-in system. So the horizon for Oculus, this virtual reality, is looking really, really good. So another side question: do you think you'll ever bring Songbringer to virtual reality, or something like that? Because maybe not this version of Songbringer, but some other version.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't rule it out.
No.
I'm totally open to that possibility. It would probably be a different game in the Songbringer universe. But why not?
Yeah. Or what else could be cool? Sort of like how on PlayStation you got the PlayStation VR. Maybe there's like a little section that you can go to, and if you have the headset, you can whack it on, and you can just enjoy some mini game. But the rest of the game is accessible by just like a regular controller on screen.
That's an idea too.
So you could do something like that. That'd be quite cool. So which game would you like to see become a movie? Past, present, and future.
Gosh, good question. Man, you know what? I'd love to see Sword and Sorcery as a movie. It'd be an eccentric movie, but I would love to see it.
Fair enough. And the other way around, which movie would you like to see become a game?
Oh, gosh. Man, I guess I'm drawing a blank here, but I guess maybe just the regular show movie would be pretty cool.
Regular show. Okay, would you want to see that animated or live action?
Ooh, animated or live action?
Yeah, because
it would be hilarious to see the regular show as live action.
Yeah,
because it's just meant to be cartoon. So I guess I'd rather see it as cartoon though.
Yeah, because as an animated movie, you can sort of see that happening, where it could essentially just be 4 episode arc combined with just like a slightly bigger budget on the actual overall quality. But obviously live action, that definitely would be, I think, weird to say the least.
Yeah.
So favorite restaurant?
Oh, favorite restaurant? Man, well, there's restaurant chains and then there's local restaurants. If you're talking about local restaurants, there's this really great Korean taco place here in Oakland that I love.
Okay.
It's called Belly. But if you're talking about chains, I guess my go-to chain when I'm on the road and I need to get some food is like Panda Express.
Okay.
Let's get some Chinese food. Yeah.
Cool. So, favorite cuisine?
Oh man, I love Asian cuisine in general. Southeast Asian cuisine, like curries, are really delicious. I guess that's where I would choose. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, which game from the past would you wish you could have worked on, and in what capacity? It could be as low capacity as possible, or like really high level, management level.
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. Wow. I'm gonna have to say Super Metroid. Well, oh man, A Link to the Past is also a big one I would have loved to work on. Both of those. The Super Nintendo era was really awesome. I guess it would have to be Super Metroid because of just the atmosphere in that game. And now that I am where I am in my life, I guess if I had to work on one aspect of that, it would be the music. So
music.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sounds really cool. So Mario or Crash Bandicoot?
Say that again.
Yeah, Mario or Crash Bandicoot?
Mario. Yeah.
Mario. Okay. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, definitely. Well, I've really grown to love the recent Star Treks, but Star Wars has had a soft spot in my heart. I love Star Wars.
So, are you leaning more towards Star Wars then, or?
Yeah, definitely Star Wars.
Star Wars. Okay, and not long now till The Last Jedi, just a month.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of Bitcoin?
Oh,
or cryptocurrencies in general, let's say.
Right, that's a great question. I read an article on Forbes about this that kind of when it was kind of like the rage, like a few years ago at least here in the States it was, and I read an article about it that basically explained it kind of in a higher level, and it said that basically if everyone actually did adopt Bitcoin, then it would crash. Like there was something about it like the percentages. I forget the details, but anyways, I think Bitcoin is a good idea, but we need a variety of cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
And we need a way that benefits the existing establishments without undermining them, for it to become more of a standard.
Yeah, definitely. Less competing and more working with and just advancing the current tech we already have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, food you absolutely hate.
Oh, I hate like crab cakes. I don't know why it is, but I just don't like crab cakes.
Okay, crab cakes it is. Favorite book?
Oh, that's gotta be Titus Grown by Mervyn Peake.
Cool, Titus Grown by Mervyn Peake. So, what are you reading at the moment, if anything?
I am not actually reading anything right now, but I am considering getting an Audible account and just starting to listen to audiobooks because, I need to be reading more for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll definitely fit into your lifestyle, especially with all the development. You don't have to be focusing on a book, you could just have it in the background, so definitely fits in with your lifestyle. So, can you juggle?
Oh, no, I cannot.
Cannot juggle. Okay, so do you have any other party tricks or skills?
Party tricks?
Anything really cool?
I can play drums like a badass, I'll tell you that.
Cool. Did you ever use the drums to record some sort of musical audio for Songbringer?
Well, not for Songbringer because it's all electronic music, and
Yeah.
I wanted to have that real electronic feel. I actually have a little suitcase drum set. It's not little; it's a big suitcase, and my snare drum and hi-hat and kick pedal and even my drum throne, the seat, all fit into this suitcase. And then I take it all out, and the suitcase becomes the bass drum. So I love to take that to parties and just play drums and just jam with people. I love the feeling of communicating with other people through music.
Yeah.
Whether that's playing and them dancing, or actually they're playing and I'm playing too. You know, whatever it is, just the communicating just on a musical level is almost primal, and it gets rid of words, and we can communicate in this sort of just physical way. It's cool.
Cool. Do you ever play any video game music on your drums or any other instrument, like whether it's Mario or some other really popular video game music?
No, but I have hummed a lot of tunes. You know, it's like those video game tunes, they really have a good melodic, a melody line. So you can hum that melody line. It's rare that you actually find a video game song with a rhythm or like a drum beat that you're like, oh, that's a unique drum beat, because it's like, I don't know. They're not very prominent in video game songs. The rhythm is a lot more subdued.
Cool. And favorite color?
Oh, favorite color? Maybe sort of like a violet.
Violet. Okay. Hot or cold weather?
Ooh, definitely hot.
Definitely hot weather.
I would much rather be hot than cold. Yeah.
Okay. Favorite clothing item?
Pants.
Pants.
If I gotta pick one.
Just keeping it simple there. Okay. Apple or Microsoft?
Definitely Apple.
Definitely Apple.
for my reasons stated before.
Yeah.
I respect what both companies are doing, but I gotta choose Apple.
Yeah, that's cool. So which company would you like to work for the most?
Oh, like any company in the whole world?
In the whole world, including companies that are no longer around.
Oh.
Actually,
wow.
First let's just do companies that are, currently active, and then let's include companies that are no longer around, whether they're 10 years ago or 100 years ago or maybe even hundreds of years ago.
Okay. Well, I would choose, if there are companies that are around right now, man, I guess it would have to be a game development company then. And it would either be either Capybara Games or Supergiant Games, or maybe just Blizzard Entertainment in general.
Yeah.
And if I were to pick one where it was a company that's really no longer around, I don't think Blizzard North is around anymore, are they?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I would pick them because I love that era in the 90s when they were like making Diablo. And they were just kind of exploring the first Diablo. They had never created a Diablo game before, and Blizzard North created that, and I think they had a cool vibe going on in their company at that time.
Yeah, that sort of early small vibe. Okay, so favorite music?
Oh, favorite music genre?
Both. So genre, and if you have a particular song or artist in mind.
Oh. Well, favorite genre would definitely be classic progressive rock. So anything that is a classic rock that has a good progressive feel to it that changes over time. Lately, I'm really rediscovering the old Black Sabbath albums. They're so good. And I love Rush as well. Rush's albums all the 70s albums from Rush are so good. That's what I'm into lately.
Yeah. Okay. So, least favorite music?
Oh, least favorite music would be house.
House.
I hate house music with a passion. Actually, anything with a 4-on-the-4 beat bugs me. I just prefer beats that are more break beats and that have that aren't 4-on-the-floor.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite toy growing up?
I had this stuffed bear that went everywhere with me. So my stuffed teddy bear.
Okay, stuffed teddy bear. Coolest thing you have ever done?
Coolest thing I've ever done? I guess I've climbed to the very top of a few mountains.
Okay.
They're not easy to get to the top to.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, which ones? Out of curiosity.
There's a mountain in Oregon I really love called Mount Thielsen.
Okay.
It's near Crater Lake, which is a big monument there in Oregon. And yeah, Mount Thielsen, you have to like rock climb well, not really rock climb with ropes, but you can kind of boulder to the very top of it. And it is quite an accomplishment, a huge feeling to just be on top of this really jagged, fantasy-looking peak. And then just like, it's weird. The wind up there is different, you know, and it's like a huge accomplishment to be on the very top of the highest mountain around.
Okay, so mountain climbing. Okay, and let's end it on something sweet. Favorite dessert?
Oh, favorite desserts? Gotta be cookies. I love cookies.
Any particular one? Chocolate chip, blueberry, raisin?
Definitely chocolate chip chocolate chip peanut butter. That's my favorite.
Chocolate chip peanut butter. Okie dokie. So, yeah, we're through with all the questions and we found out a lot about Nathanael Weiss, the creator of Songbringer and the founder of Wizard Foo. There'll be links in the description to everything he's doing, including his game and his really cool open source projects. Hope to have Nate on here again soon. And yeah, thank you for jumping on. Is there anything you want to say to the listeners out there before we wrap up?
Love yourselves unconditionally.
Love yourselves unconditionally. Definitely great advice. So thanks for listening and I hope to see everyone soon in another interview.